You know, I was thinking down in Alabama, and a lady walked in carrying a dozen eggs. And I thought, my goodness, this is going to be a tough night. But thank the Lord they were having hot luck, and those were hard-boiled. So I didn't get those thrown at me, so I was glad of that. You know, back in 1983, I had a blood clot that went from my leg that lodged in my lungs. And I was in the hospital. I had a collapsed lungs. And I was in the hospital for 5 months. And they put a trach in. I don't know if you ever heard of those, but I had a trach for over 3.5 years. And the doctors back then told me there was a really good chance I'd never be able to sing again. But you know, the Lord had plans for me. And I thank him every day for the voice he gave me. You know, I also told you I had a nightclub there in my hometown. And when people heard Terry Campbell got saved, nobody believed it. It was a small town of about 4,000 people. And the first concert I held at the Nazarene Church there in Falls City runs about 50 people. Well, that Saturday night there was over 100 people there, and they were bringing chairs out. But 3/4 of them were there just because they wanted to make sure what they heard was true. And you know, they said, oh, he'll never be able to live that lifestyle. He'll be back. But you know, it's been 3 years, over 3 years, and it just gets better and better as the days go by. So this is for all those people that told me 3 years ago I'd never make it. It's a song called The Way. Aren't you glad for that? You know, I got a pastor friend up in Omaha, Nebraska, that he kept bugging me to learn this next song, and when I first heard it, I didn't really care for it a whole lot. And I heard a lady sing it one night, and it just blessed me. So I went home and got the soundtrack for it, and I put it on the last CD I have. It's one of my favorite songs I sing now. Just listen to the words. How many old Nazarenes are there out here tonight? How many people have been going to Nazarene Church for over 20 years? Kid 3 years old, raise his hand. How about 30 years? I'm not going to go any older than that. You'll know this song then. Thank you so much. You know, when I first started, I soundtracks. I was talking to your sound man back there, And about a little over a year ago, a friend of mine that's a song evangelist in Kansas City told me, I got to get on the computer here. Well, I'll tell you, I'm part Iowa Indian, and trying to teach an Indian how to use a computer, I just got smoke signals down pretty good, and they put me on this. But I'm learning I don't mess up quite as much as I used to. Now I'll say that and I'll mess up. But I noticed you have a praise team. It sounds a really good praise team. A lot of young people. That's great. I love seeing that. This next song, a lot of my younger friends go, how come you don't sing any of that contemporary stuff? And I said, well, because I'm 58 years old and I like Southern gospel. But I thought, I'm going to learn this just for the younger folks. This is as contemporary as I get, but it's a beautiful worship song. And I love to worship the Lord. So this is a beautiful worship song. You probably do it, but it's a song called I Worship You. So much.